If two vehicles are approaching a crossroads and both intend to turn right, what is the safer method to follow? Option A, turning left side to left side as it allows quicker movement. Option B, turning right side to right side as it provides a clearer view of oncoming traffic. Option C, turning in any direction depending on driver preference. Option D, stopping in the middle and waiting for the other vehicle to turn first. The correct answer is turning right side to right side, as it provides a clearer view of oncoming traffic. Explanation: turning right side to right side ensures both drivers have an unobstructed view of oncoming vehicles, reducing the risk of collisions. Highway Code Rule 181: right side to right side is generally safer as it allows a clear view of approaching traffic. Which of the following is true when entering a roundabout? Option A, road markings may allow you to enter without giving way. Option B, you must always stop before entering regardless of traffic conditions. Option C, only large vehicles need to check for traffic from the right. Option D, signaling is not necessary before entering the roundabout. The correct answer is, road markings may allow you to enter without giving way. Explanation: some roundabouts have markings permitting vehicles to merge without stopping. However, drivers must still check for traffic and ensure a safe entry. Ignoring right-of-way rules or failing to observe other vehicles may lead to accidents. Highway Code Rule 185: always assess road markings and traffic conditions before proceeding. You are driving toward a puffin crossing where the pedestrian signal is not working. What should you do? Option A, proceed at normal speed since the lights are off. Option B, stop completely and wait for a pedestrian to appear. Option C, proceed with extreme caution and be ready to stop for pedestrians. Option D, flash your headlights to warn pedestrians before driving through. The correct answer is, proceed with extreme caution and be ready to stop for pedestrians. Explanation: if a signal-controlled crossing is not working, drivers must proceed carefully, prioritizing pedestrians, cyclists, and horse riders. Rushing through the crossing is dangerous. Highway Code Rule 199: always approach non-functioning crossings with caution. When approaching a zebra crossing on a wet road, how should you adjust your driving? Option A, drive normally since stopping distance is unaffected. Option B, stop only when the pedestrian starts crossing. Option C, honk to warn pedestrians to be cautious. Option D, slow down earlier to allow for increased stopping distance. The correct answer is, slow down earlier to allow for increased stopping distance. Explanation: wet roads reduce tire grip, increasing stopping distances. Slowing down early ensures you can stop safely before the crossing, preventing accidents caused by skidding or late braking. Highway Code Rule 195: always allow more time to stop on wet or icy roads to prevent skidding. While driving through a mini roundabout, you see another driver making a sudden U-turn. What should you do? Option A, continue driving without adjusting your speed. Option B, sound your horn repeatedly to warn them. Option C, slow down and be prepared to react safely. Option D, speed up to pass them before they complete the U-turn. The correct answer is, slow down and be prepared to react safely. Explanation: U-turns at mini roundabouts can be unpredictable and dangerous due to limited space and visibility. Slowing down and being ready to react ensures you can avoid potential collisions or sudden stops. Highway Code Rule 188. Stay alert for unexpected maneuvers at mini roundabouts. Why is it important to keep pedestrian crossings clear when traffic is slow-moving? Option A. It allows pedestrians to cross safely without obstruction. Option B. It prevents delays for vehicles behind you. Option C. It gives you priority over other vehicles. Option D. It reduces the risk of your vehicle getting stuck in traffic. The correct answer is it allows pedestrians to cross safely without obstruction. Explanation: pedestrian crossings must remain clear to ensure that people, especially vulnerable road users like children and the elderly, can cross safely. Blocking the crossing forces them to navigate around vehicles, increasing the risk of accidents. Highway Code Rule 192. Keeping crossings clear improves safety for all road users. When taking the first exit to the left at a roundabout, what should you do unless signs or markings indicate otherwise? Option A. Signal right and approach in the right-hand lane. Option B. Signal left and approach in the left-hand lane. Option C. Do not signal and enter from any lane. Option D. Signal left but approach in the right-hand lane. The correct answer is signal left and approach in the left-hand lane. Explanation: to ensure clarity for other drivers, always signal left and stay in the left lane when taking the first exit. Keeping to the left helps maintain smooth traffic flow and prevents confusion at the roundabout. Highway Code Rule 186. Proper lane positioning improves road safety and predictability. Which of the following road users should you give extra room to when navigating a roundabout? Option A. Cars that have already exited the roundabout. Option B. Vehicles that are positioned correctly within a single lane. Option C. Only vehicles moving at a slow speed. Option D. Pedestrians crossing the approach and exit roads. The correct answer is pedestrians crossing the approach and exit roads. Explanation: pedestrians may be crossing near the entrances and exits of roundabouts. Drivers must remain vigilant and allow them plenty of space to cross safely without being rushed or put in danger. Highway Code Rule 187. Prioritize pedestrian safety around roundabouts. You are approaching a zebra crossing and a pedestrian is waiting to cross. What should you do? Option A. Continue driving unless they step onto the crossing. Option B. Slow down and be ready to stop. Option C. Flash your headlights to signal them to cross. Option D. Honk to get their attention. The correct answer is slow down and be ready to stop. Explanation: drivers must slow down and prepare to stop for pedestrians waiting to cross. Flashing headlights or honking can be confusing and dangerous, as it may pressure them to cross unsafely. Highway Code Rule 195. Always give way to pedestrians waiting to cross at a zebra crossing. Why should you never flash your lights or honk to urge pedestrians to cross? Option A. It can distract other drivers nearby. Option B. It might startle the pedestrian, causing hesitation. Option C. The pedestrian should decide when it is safe to cross. Option D. All pedestrians should cross as soon as possible. The correct answer is the pedestrian should decide when it is safe to cross. Explanation: pedestrians must cross only when they feel safe. Flashing lights or honking can mislead them into crossing without checking for other vehicles. Highway Code Rule 195. drivers must not signal pedestrians to cross, as it can cause confusion and accidents. As you approach a roundabout, why should you be cautious about road users already on it? Option A, they may not signal correctly or at all. Option B, they always have the right of way regardless of road markings. Option C, they are required to stop for new vehicles entering the roundabout. Option D, only cyclists and motorcyclists need to be watched for. The correct answer is they may not signal correctly or at all. Explanation: many drivers fail to indicate or use incorrect signals at roundabouts, making their movements unpredictable. Stay vigilant, especially for motorcyclists and cyclists, who may be harder to see. Highway Code Rule 185: stay alert and never assume another driver's intentions. At a zebra or parallel crossing, when must you legally stop? Option A, only when a pedestrian or cyclist has fully stepped onto the crossing. Option B, only if the pedestrian waves at you to stop. Option C, if a pedestrian or cyclist is waiting to cross or has stepped onto the crossing. Option D, only when another car has already stopped. The correct answer is if a pedestrian or cyclist is waiting to cross or has stepped onto the crossing. Explanation: drivers must stop for pedestrians and cyclists at zebra and parallel crossings, whether they are waiting or have already started crossing. Highway Code Rule 195: giving way to pedestrians and cyclists at crossings is a legal requirement. How could stopping on a toucan crossing create a hazard? Option A, it could block pedestrians and cyclists trying to cross. Option B, it could increase traffic congestion. Option C, it could lead to a penalty fine. Option D, it could slow down emergency vehicles. The correct answer is it could block pedestrians and cyclists trying to cross. Explanation: toucan crossings allow both pedestrians and cyclists to cross safely. If a vehicle stops on the crossing, it creates a hazard by blocking their path, making it difficult and unsafe for them to navigate. Highway Code Rule 199: never stop on a crossing, always leave it clear. If you will be using a driveway to enter a main road, what is the safest way to do so? Option A, reverse out onto the main road to save time. Option B, reverse in and drive out for better visibility and control. Option C, drive in and reverse out when leaving. Option D, it does not matter which way you enter or exit. The correct answer is reverse in and drive out for better visibility and control. Explanation: reversing into a driveway allows you to drive forward into the main road, improving visibility and reducing risks to pedestrians and other vehicles. Highway Code Rule 201: always prioritize safety by avoiding reversing into main roads whenever possible. When preparing to reverse in a tight parking space, what is the best decision to ensure safety? Option A, rely solely on your mirrors for guidance. Option B, honk your horn continuously to alert others. Option C, reverse quickly to minimize time in the road. Option D, check all around, including blind spots, before reversing. The correct answer is check all around, including blind spots, before reversing. Explanation: blind spots can hide pedestrians, cyclists, or objects. Checking mirrors and surroundings before reversing helps prevent collisions and ensures a safe maneuver, especially in tight spaces. Highway Code Rule 202: always check mirrors, blind spots, and surroundings before reversing. How can checking behind your vehicle before reversing improve safety? Option A. It allows you to adjust your mirrors correctly before moving. Option B. It ensures parked cars behind you are legally parked. Option C. It helps you spot hidden pedestrians, cyclists, or obstacles. Option D. It prevents other drivers from observing your movements. The correct answer is it helps you spot hidden pedestrians, cyclists, or obstacles. Explanation: pedestrians, especially children, may be in blind spots. Checking behind your vehicle before reversing helps prevent accidents and ensures a clear, safe path. Highway Code Rule 202: always be aware of pedestrians and cyclists before reversing. In what ways do toucan, puffin, and equestrian crossings differ from pelican crossings? Option A. They lack a flashing amber phase, follow standard traffic light sequences, and accommodate specific users like cyclists and horse riders. Option B. They only allow pedestrians to cross and have a flashing amber phase. Option C. They operate exactly like pelican crossings but with additional signage. Option D. They are only used in rural areas for horse riders. The correct answer is they lack a flashing amber phase, follow standard traffic light sequences, and accommodate specific users like cyclists and horse riders. Explanation: unlike pelican crossings, these crossings do not have a flashing amber phase. They follow standard traffic light sequences and allow different road users, such as cyclists and horse riders, to cross safely. Highway Code Rule 199: understanding the differences in crossings helps ensure safer road use. You're reversing out of a driveway onto a busy street, but your view is obstructed by parked cars. What should you do? Option A. Reverse slowly and cautiously while checking your mirrors. Option B. Ask someone to guide you if you cannot see clearly. Option C. Rely on reversing sensors alone. Option D. Keep reversing regardless as other drivers will stop for you. The correct answer is, ask someone to guide you if you cannot see clearly. Explanation: limited visibility increases the risk of collisions. A guide can help you navigate safely, reducing the chance of hitting a pedestrian or another vehicle. Highway Code Rule 202: if you cannot see clearly when reversing, ask for help. You have arrived at a roundabout with a cyclist ahead. What should you do? Option A. Overtake the cyclist quickly to avoid slowing down traffic. Option B. Expect the cyclist to stop and let you pass. Option C. Sound your horn to alert the cyclist of your presence. Option D. Give the cyclist more room to navigate safely. The correct answer is, give the cyclist more room to navigate safely. Explanation: cyclists are more vulnerable than motor vehicles and need extra space to maneuver safely. Overtaking within their lane increases the risk of collisions, especially if they need to change position. Highway Code Rule 186: giving cyclists space ensures their safety and reduces accident risks. What is the main hazard to consider when reversing in a residential area? Option A. The presence of parked cars in front of you. Option B. The condition of the road surface. Option C. The possibility of children or pedestrians suddenly appearing behind your vehicle. Option D. The amount of time it takes to complete the maneuver. The correct answer is the possibility of children or pedestrians suddenly appearing behind your vehicle. Explanation: in residential areas, children and pedestrians may appear suddenly from behind parked cars. Checking carefully before reversing reduces the risk of accidents. Highway Code Rule 202: always check for pedestrians, especially children, before reversing. Why should drivers take extra care when entering a roundabout with cyclists, horse riders, or horse-drawn vehicles? Option A: they might change direction suddenly without warning. Option B: they might continue in the left-hand lane while traveling around the roundabout. Option C: they must always be given priority, even when exiting. Option D: they travel at the same speed as cars and may accelerate suddenly. The correct answer is they might continue in the left-hand lane while traveling around the roundabout. Explanation: unlike motor vehicles, cyclists and horse riders may stay in the left lane while continuing around the roundabout. Drivers should avoid cutting across them when entering or exiting the roundabout to ensure their safety. Highway Code Rule 186: recognizing different road user behaviors prevents accidents. What is the meaning of roundabouts in terms of road navigation and traffic control? Option A: circular intersections designed to keep traffic flowing smoothly. Option B: areas where vehicles must stop before proceeding. Option C: special pedestrian-only zones in city centers. Option D: a type of toll booth system for managing road charges. The correct answer is circular intersections designed to keep traffic flowing smoothly. Explanation: roundabouts are circular intersections that help regulate traffic flow by reducing the need for stop-and-go movements. Proper lane discipline, signaling, and speed adjustment are essential for safe navigation. Highway Code Rule 184: drivers must observe signs, signals, and lane markings when approaching a roundabout to ensure safe and efficient movement. When approaching a pelican crossing with a flashing amber light, what should you do if a pedestrian is still crossing? Option A: proceed immediately as the red light has turned off. Option B: sound your horn to alert the pedestrian to hurry. Option C: wait patiently and allow them to cross safely. Option D: slowly drive forward to encourage them to move faster. The correct answer is wait patiently and allow them to cross safely. Explanation: when the amber light is flashing, drivers must give way to pedestrians already on the crossing. Moving forward too soon can be dangerous and intimidating. Highway Code Rule 196: allow pedestrians to cross when the amber light is flashing. How should you respond to vehicles that are incorrectly positioned or straddling lanes at a roundabout? Option A: assume they will correct themselves and continue normally. Option B: sound your horn to alert them of their mistake. Option C: overtake them quickly to avoid delays. Option D: keep a safe distance and be prepared for unpredictable movements. The correct answer is keep a safe distance and be prepared for unpredictable movements. Explanation: some drivers may be unfamiliar with the roundabout layout or misjudge their lane position. Staying alert and giving them space ensures safety, preventing unnecessary collisions or last-minute lane changes. Highway Code Rule 187: defensive driving helps manage unpredictable road users. Whether you are driving a car or riding a motorcycle, are you allowed to stop within the cyclist's waiting area at an advanced stop line if the traffic light is red? Option A: yes, if no cyclists are present. Option B: no, you must stop at the first white line. Option C: yes, but only if you are turning left. Option D: no, unless directed by a traffic officer. The correct answer is no, you must stop at the first white line. Explanation: the cyclist's waiting area is designated for cyclist safety. Encroaching on it can obstruct their movement and increase the risk of collisions. Highway Code Rule 178. Motorists must stop at the first white line when the lights are red, keeping the cyclist's space clear.